Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here. And tonight we're going to have a pack opening video for Wilds of Eldraine, and I have a couple golden packs here to open as well. So this is just going to be a time to, well, relax, get excited about some of the cards we open, and reminisce a bit about the format. So, oh, and stats. Stats, let me grab my notebook. I'm not actually ready for this. Okay. Yeah, I just hit the record button and, I'll just ramble. But no, I have stats to go over as well. So, I don't have any fancy graphs or anything. But I did 20 premiere drafts of Wilds of Eldraine. You guys saw all of them on the channel. If you haven't, there's a whole playlist for them. That is not my first Godric, by the way. This whole first thing is just not accurate. We drafted this guy on a handful of occasions. Anyways. So after 20 drafts, I ended up, with all the wins I got, I ended up getting 25,200 gems back. And that's just the gems for the prizes. How many packs did I get? I think it was somewhere around 70. I don't know. Some of the packs I got are from the month-end rewards, the Mastery Pass, and that. So I didn't get all 131 packs through drafting. So just important to note. Okay, so I won 25,200 gems back. There was a total cost, so if you take 20 drafts times 1,500 gems, you get 27,000 gems was the cost of the draft, which leaves an overall loss of gems of 3,150? No, that math does not work. 2,000. Yeah, and now I don't even know if I calculated this correctly. Hang on. I apologize for this. Let's open these. Karmic Justice, Tale of the Ages. Alright, well, I guess while I'm figuring this out, I'm going to do the 10-pack thing. Now, I'm only going to do this once because I think it's somewhat disorienting. I don't really like the animation of the new opening, especially the 10-pack opening, but I will show it once. Okay, that's 30,000. Okay, so it was 30,000 gems for 20 drafts. I think what it was is I didn't add in the last draft we did. So I think the last draft we had 4 wins. Yeah, we had 4 wins. And I was at... Okay, so... Yeah, I was keeping a little bit of a running total. I was at a net loss... A net loss of 3,150 gems. So I won 26,850 gems total then. Yeah, net loss of 3,150 gems. So that means for the cost of 3,150 gems, I got all of these packs that we're opening. I got all the cards that we drafted. Yeah, look at all this. To me, that's just a bit disorienting. We'll go back here and start with the rares first, because these are mythics. And you can see all the commons and uncommons here. You can just click reveal all and reveal all of them. Now, pros and cons of this compared to the old way that packs were opened. Speaking from the 10-pack perspective, the pros are you actually get to see all the cards you open. Before, when you open 10 packs, especially... is it going to be up here? Yes. Especially packs like Wilds of Eldraine or Brothers War that had this bonus sheet. This one's an enchantment sheet. Brothers War was artifacts. Strixhaven had instants and sorceries and that, where you could get packs that had multiple rares. But when you clicked open 10 packs... And if you got packs with multiple rares in them, you would only see one rare from that pack because it will only show you 10 cards. So you'll get other rares that you won't even see as you're opening those packs. And I didn't like that format. That was a con of the previous way. So that is one positive thing. The downside of this new method is you have to wait for all this pretty animation, which is a bit disorienting. I don't like it. But you have to wait for the whole animation. Oh, cool. I want more Charming Scoundrels. I want more Godric's, too. Extraordinary Jury. That is not my first Extraordinary Jury. That might be my first Bunnycorn, though. And, but the whole point of opening 10 packs at a time is that it's supposed to be quicker, or people that are just want to get the packs open and get the stuff added to their collection and whatnot. But it's still going to be quicker than just opening 10 packs individually, but waiting for that whole animation and all the cards to fly around in that, you still have to do all that. And if you're not into that, you know, that's kind of more of a con to me than other things. Ooh, another Virtue of Persistence. That's cool. And a Mythic Rare wild card. Well, this is a card I definitely wanted to get more copies of as well. That's not my first one. I did get a couple of them from the Mastery Pass when I bought that. And now we're just going to do these one pack at a time. Now, the general card thing here, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of it because the rare ends up in the upper left corner instead of being like front and center as like the main card, like the old animation was. But I guess they changed it, and this is what we have now. Oh, that troll is good. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. Alright, let's reminisce about the format itself. I did overall enjoy this format for the most part. The only thing I'd say I didn't enjoy were... there was a couple bomb rares, specifically... well, we'll wait till we open it. Oh, the end. Because I'm sure we're going to open one of them. So let's talk about the Boros aggro deck. That was the only thing that I didn't like about this format. I didn't mind as much playing against the black-red aggro deck. We were black-red aggro sometimes, but against Boros aggro... If the Boros deck is on the play, it just felt a lot of the times that a lot of my decisions just did not matter. You don't have enough removal. You can't effectively add creatures to the board because they'll either remove them while triggering Celebration and adding more creatures to their board, or their combat tricks will just make blocking always bad for you. I just felt like there wasn't much you could do about it. And I don't like that feeling in, I don't like that feeling in Magic in general, but that's why I do enjoy Draft or Limited the most, because it feels like a lot of the decisions you have made. I want these too, these Spellbook Vendors. These are very nice. And there's also one rare. You guys can probably guess what rare it is that I really hated seeing, because I think we beat it the first time we came across it in the draft series, but then after that I don't think I had any wins against that card when our opponent played it. Oh, Talion. That's a mythic I wanted to get more of as well. But other than that, I did enjoy this format overall, and, you know, if you're going to ask my opinion is that draft games or limited games should just occur with the commons and uncommons. Rares and mythics shouldn't be in draft decks at all, and I think that would make a more skill-based environment, both in terms of drafting and deck building, and also the gameplay when all you have are the commons and uncommons. I know in reality it's not that way, and it's not going to be that way, but that is what I would prefer, and that is my opinion. 3 Blind Mice, that's a good one too. Yeah, there's actually a lot of rares from this set that I would like to open. There's Kellen, mythic rare. But otherwise, I did enjoy this format a lot more than I thought I would at first. Oh, I almost clicked the open 10 again. I did not want to do that again. There was a lot of really cool... Oh, that's another card I wanted to get. That is my actual first one of those, I think. There was a lot of really cool synergies in the set that I thought. A lot of really cool things to do. I know I've mentioned it at several points in the draft series. They wanted to do the blue-white tapping deck. We just never got that deck to come together, which is unfortunate. But we did have, like, blue-black fairies. Speaking of the bomb end of having bomb rares on our side. Well, hi there, Ashiok, the only planeswalker in the set. Wanted to get some of these too. We had our share of bombs, and that included, like, we had a pack one pick one Bitter Blossom, and that turned into a really good blue-black deck. We had black-red. Oh, we got to do, while we have this thing on camera, we had a black-green food deck that actually got to splash the Griffin Airy, and that deck was really good too. I enjoyed being able to do that. We had another black-green food deck that performed pretty well. I think I had a couple of those in the series, but one of them did splash the white, which was cool. Black-red rats was a cool theme, I thought. Blue-black fairies. So I thought there were some neat themes, neat synergies. I kind of grew to like some of the adventures and some of the synergies also with the roll tokens and the bargain cards. There was all sorts of things you could do. There were things you could do with the food tokens. You could bargain them away. You had things like Griffin Airy. You had some creatures like Sweet Tooth Witch and was the Hollow Scavenger. They could make use of food tokens outside of just sacking them for 3 life. There's the rare Gruff Triplets. Yeah, this rare was pretty much an auto loss every time except one time that our opponent had it. It was just nearly unbeatable. And I think things like that make a draft or limited format worse. That's my opinion. I don't think I'm alone in that opinion. But regardless, it's probably not going to change, so we won't harp on that too long. Back to talking about positive things. We had just some neat synergy. Yay, another one of those. Neat synergies overall. I liked Borrow Naughties. That was a good 2-drop for fairies, even if you weren't super fairy heavy. But because I even had some decks that only had like 4 or 5 fairies. Oh, I get that. Okay. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. That was a good one, especially for the food-focused deck, but good in any green deck, really, because it did so many different little things for you. It just added up to a great time. So yeah, I enjoyed the synergies, I enjoyed the bargain, I enjoyed the roll tokens, I enjoyed the food, I enjoyed the rats, I enjoyed the fairies. I had a good time in this format, more than I thought, more fun in this format than I initially thought I had, and that's why I ended up doing a lot more drafts than I initially planned. Yeah, there's Shirai, the blue-white tap card that we never got to really make use of, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We had plenty of decks that were fun. We had some green-red decks that were pretty good, too. With the Picnic Ruiner and that. So yeah, I had a good time in this set. I hope you guys did, too, if you were watching along. Ah, yes, there's the black-red signpost uncommon. I liked him, too. And a rare wild card. Those are always nice to have. And so if you do a lot of drafting, it is important to just open your packs last. The reason being is that there's some cards that, well, I now have... This might be my 4th Farsight Ritual. Well, let's take Extraordinary Journey, because we've seen that like 2 or 3 times already in the pack openings here. And so if I drafted, say I drafted 3 or 4 of those, that means when I go to open the packs, I won't open as many of those Extraordinary Journeys as we would. Whereas if we had been opening packs all along, we might get 4 copies of some rares and then end up in a draft where we want to pick the rare, and we end up getting 20 gems, which is fine, but it would be better for the collection purposes to hold off on opening your packs until you're done, completely done drafting. The downside to this is in constructed formats, unless you want to spend wildcards on something, you don't really get to play with a lot of these rares in Mythics unless you do spend wildcards on them, or you do open your packs as you go along, or you just naturally get something you wanted by drafting. Yeah, there's the Hollow Scavenger. We were talking about him earlier. So it's a pro and con thing. You always have to wait. Just like there's pros and cons to most everything. Hey, another Charming Scoundrel. That's cool. And Johan, it's Jomon. Yoman is Johan. I screwed up my phrase for that. It's okay. Talion's Messenger. That's another card I wanted to get more copies of. Actually, did I get any copies of that during the drafts? I don't know. I have a double rare pack. Ooh, Restless Cottage. The Manlands were pretty cool. We had a deck where we just splashed. We were a black-white deck, and we splashed green just for this land, and it ended up getting us a couple of wins just off of the cottage and the splash. So that was interesting, splashing for a land. But yeah, I had fun drafting this format. Hilda's Crown, that's another, like, one of the best rares in the set that I think is probably too strong. Gumdrop Poisoner, I liked when we had that card too. That's also another card I wanted to get more copies of, so. There's actually a lot of cards in the set I wanted for various constructed deck adventures. I would have Candy Grapple, probably best black common. Bitter Chill, I like that one too. Lord Skitter's Blessing, I don't know if we ever saw that in a draft. But I had fun with the format. I thought there was lots of cool interactions, lots of strategic interactions as well, with especially with adventure cards and trying to disrupt your opponent's adventure cards so that they end up losing the whole card if you can make the adventure side fizzle. Goose Mother. I wanted more Goose Mothers too. Yeah, we had a Goose Mother deck too. That was a fun one. So we did get to do a lot of fun things. Imidane's Recruiter, that's your mythic uncommon of the set. Best uncommon, highest win rate uncommon, I think. The card was just very insane and could put out a lot of power. Decadent Dragon. Oh, this was another card I hated playing against. This card also felt almost unbeatable because it's a 3-for-1. Yeah, this and Gruff Triplets just always kind of ruined my day when I saw them. Pollen Shield Hair and Prismatic Omen, alright. And a Mythic. Ready? I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but when do I pronounce things correctly on this channel? Of the Charmed Apple. That's another mythic rare. We never saw that. I don't think we ever played against it either. Oh, there's a Picnic Ruiner in that pack. We did have him in a couple of Gruul decks, and yay, that's got to be my 4th Charming Scoundrel, because I'm pretty sure I drafted one. First Rhystic Study. That's a mythic rare off the enchantment sheet. Overall, my opinion on the enchantment sheet, I think there were a couple of enchantments that were too good for draft. Bitter Blossom, Goblin Bombardment, and we got to play with both of them and make them very effective. I wanted this too. Because manlands always tend to be good things to collect. Ooh, another tortoise. I thought I drafted 2 or 3. Maybe I only got 2 or 3 of them. Oh, cool that I got another one. Another Restless Cottage. That's cool. Getting a lot of stuff that I wanted. We're probably going to... Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to open the vault a second time here. Another Talion's Messenger. Very nice. Witch's Vanity. Ooh, Restless Vinestalk. Yep, I wanted those as well. A lot of rares that I wanted to get. I don't think we're going to get full sets of all of them, but I'm getting a good amount of them. We'll take a look at the collection after this as well. Sentinel of Lost Lore is whatever. That's a rare I want to get 4 copies of, and we never saw it in draft, or never had. If we did, never had a good opportunity to take it. Yeah, the Hornlocked Whale. I've been seeing that card show up in various control decks. Questing Druid, that's another card I'd like to get a set of. Oh, there's Greta, the Signpost uncommon for the black-green food deck. Very good. There's another Gruff Triplets. And another Talion's Messenger. Very nice. And a Tangled Colony, which is definitely not my first Tangled Colony. Realm Scorcher Hellkite. What is this thing? Flying Haste. When it enters the battlefield, was bargained. They had 4 mana of any color. 2 mana, deals 1 damage to any target. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. I don't think I ever had that card played against me. Oh, okay. Another Tangled Colony. Very nice. That's another thing I wanted to get a set of. Which I think that should be my 4th one, because I'm pretty sure we drafted a couple of them. Virtue of Courage, I know we drafted a couple of those. Nice seeing that as well. Blind Obedience, and a Mythic Wildcard. Alright, sure. And we're getting a whole bunch of trips around the Wildcard wheel. Lord Skitter. I think that is my first Lord Skitter. Yeah, I need to get more of those. Still got 44 packs to open here. Up the Beanstalk. That card's been seeing a lot of play in Constructed. Scalding Viper. Okay. Rotisserie Elemental. Not really interested in that one. Oh, Tough Cookie. That was a good green card as well. A lot of red in this pack. Yeah, these packs are not designed like draft packs where you can get, where you're guaranteed to have at least 1 common of each color. Another Song, that's nice. Nature's Will, also cool. And another Tough Cookie. Another Greta Ego Drain. That is not my first Ego. Oh, this is my first one of this. Beseech the Mirror. I'm going to talk about another mythic we never saw in any of our games or drafts. Prodigy is cool. And another Spire. That's very nice. Ratcatcher Trainee was a pretty good one for the rat decks. Also good in Boros aggro as well. Although, speaking of Boros aggro and the annoyances with that, my Boros aggro decks never played out as well as... Yay! I think that's my 4th Restless Cottage, so that's cool. I don't think my Boros aggro decks ever played out as well as what our opponents did. Another one of those. Cool. Leyline of the Void and rare wild card. What else do I want to see that I haven't seen a lot of yet? I'd like more virtues. Virtue of Persistence and Courage. I'll take the Sir Ginger. Yo, man, it's Johan. There we go. Oh, I thought that was Lord Skitter, because I saw Lord Skitter, and then it was just his blessing. Not the, not Lord Skitter himself. Thunderous Debut, we're still opening that? Okay. Troll is a nice one. We got to use the Troll, too. Twinning Twins. Or Twining Twins, one of them. Feral Encounter. I think that's got to be the 4th Feral Encounter we've seen in this pack opening. Oh, that is my 4th Goose Mother, because I know we've seen 3 of them, and we had one in our draft. So that's cool. Conquest, not really a card I was looking for. Archon of the Wild Rose. Alright. Oh, that's a mythic. What mythic do I want? Virtue of Persistence, Virtue of Courage, or Ashiok? Or Kellen. I guess we can have Kellen, too. Raging Battle Mouse. Oh, that's something I've seen getting some play in Constructed. There's the Bunny Corn. Oh, another mythic. And one of those 3 I mentioned. Oh, cool. Another Ashiok. I think most decks running Ashiok are only doing so at 2 copies, so getting 2 is the perfect amount for me. Restless Vinestalk. Nice picking that up. Also, if we do... Oh, there's the Picnic Ruiner again. And Food Fight. Also, if we don't get a full set of all of the rares, it's okay because future Mastery Passes are still going to give you a few packs of this set as well. Twisted Sewer Witch. This was a great one. It makes a rat, but then puts a Wicked Roll token on all of your rats. It's not a rat itself, but it is an amazing finisher in the rat deck. I think the times we had it just felt like, oh, Sleep Cursed Fairy, I need those, and I think that is my first one. Well, we'll check the collection after this. I already said that. Yeah, this card felt like we couldn't really lose after we played it. Gumdrop Poisoner, also nice. That's got to be my... I know we drafted 2 of those, at least 2, and we opened 2, so it must have been 2. Because one time we drafted it, pack 1, pick 1, and we didn't get to use it, but then the next time we did. Archivist is nice. Alright, we're down to the final 10 packs, another Mythic. Mythic wild card. Okay, I mean that's as good as any Mythic that I want. Soul Cauldron, that's a good Mythic to have too. Rankle's Prank, I kind of wanted some of those. I think that's my first one of those too. Cruel Somniphage, Dawn of Hope, alright. Ah, there's my second whale. So that's at least one less whale that I'll have to use a wild card for. That's got to be my 4th Archon. I feel like we've seen a lot of those. And Spellbook Vendor, that's my 3rd or 4th one of those, which is also nice, because that card is starting to see play in some aggregate. I think that's my first Iron Crag. I don't think we ever drafted that card. I remember seeing it a lot in draft, but I just don't think we ever picked it. Alright, last pack. Last rare. What do I want? Another Hornlocked Whale. Or a Rankle Prank. Okay. And we have a couple of golden packs, so these can be... these will have 6 rares or mythics. I think one is a guaranteed mythic. And they can be anything legal from standard... I think they also include alchemy, though, as well. Alright, Grafted Butcher. Sigarda Font of Blessings. Okay. That's got to be the last Astor I can have. Oh, cool, I did get another Vine Stalk. Weatherlight completed. Those are not my first ones of any of those. But okay. Argentum Masticore. That's something we didn't see in our drafts of Phyrexial will be 1. Mind Splice Apparatus. Okay. Complete the circuit. Convoke. You may cast sorcery spells this turn as though they had flash. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell twice. But it's a 6 mana card itself. I know Convoke can make it cheaper. Probably a reason I've never seen that card played. No, Omnath. Alright. And Blade of Shared Souls, and our Mythic Mondrak. Lots of Phyrexia. Actually, this is all Phyrexia in March of the Machine here. Alright, let's take a look at the collection. And just see how we did. We'll get rid of all the... Stop saying it's new. Oh yeah, 2 Bunnycorns. Courtier's not new. We drafted that card before. Okay, I've got 2 Sleep Cursed Fairies. Okay, I did get 4 Talion's Messengers. This is not how we're going to be checking things out, by the way. Just like the new message to go away, even though it's not, just by highlighting them sometimes. That annoys me. Okay. First, let's check on the collected, not collected commons from Wilds of Eldraine. And I think we can... I think we have a full set of all the commons, don't we? Oh, we also have... Yeah, the vault is now available to us twice. That happens also when you draft a lot and have a ton of packs to open. So I think if I go quantity less than 4... Okay, so I have 4 of every common, if I'm understanding this correctly. Yes, we do. Very cool. Let's check the uncommons. Oh, we don't quite have... What is this thing? Food Coma. Enters battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until Food Coma leaves the battlefield. Create a food token. How come I've never seen that card? That's a good card. What? Why was it not in the drafts? Is it like one of those jumpstart only cards? I don't know. Galvanic Giant is not... Well, here's one too. Storyteller Pixie. Whenever you cast an adventure, draw a card. Yeah, I don't have that. Pests of Honor. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if 2 or more other non-land permanents enter the battlefield, put a +1/+1. We didn't have that either. What is going on here? Draw 3 cards. Yeah, that's not... Become Brutes. Didn't I see that card in a draft once? I feel like I was on camera and I saw that card somewhere in a draft. I was like, I've never seen this card before. We didn't end up picking it. Old Flitterfang. If a creature died at the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, create a food token, sack another creature artifact, gets +2/+2. Enters the battlefield, create a food token. When you sacrifice a food, create a 1/1 black rat. Why were these cards not in draft? I noticed there seem to be 2 uncommons with each color. Charging Hooligan. +1/+0 till end of turn for each attacking creature. If a rat is attacking, it gains trample. It's another rat synergy card, I guess. Intrepid Truffle Snout. Attacks alone, create a food token. Go Hog Wild as the adventure. Okay. Enters battlefield, create a food. I mean, sack a food if you do attacking. Okay. Oh, Neva, that's a card we... Yeah, I've only got 1 copy of it. Didn't really open that. Didn't get to draft that much. Same with Sir Arma. That is a good one, though. Okay, let's... Huh. Oh, I guess I'd have to craft... Well, I'm going to craft the rest of these. It's a little bit easier to do. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of uncommon wild cards. A little bit easier to do in, like, an actual... if I'm adding them to the deck. So let's just look at the rares now. Alright, so I'm missing a couple Heartflame Duelists, a couple Bunny Corns, a couple 3 Blind Mice. Fairies I might have to do the crafting for, same with the Lord Skitter. I know we opened one of these, and I know I had one of these in a draft. I thought we had it more than once in a draft, too. Oh, there's the Whale. Expel the Interlopers. The Conquest, the Rotisserie Elemental, that... Oh, I don't have any Bramble Familiars. Only 2 Decadent Dragons, only 2 Mosswort Dreadknights, only 1 Questing Druid. So I'll probably craft some things that I want to use. And maybe just pick up some more as... We did get... Well, I'm missing that land, but we did get... a lot of the main 3 lands that I wanted to get. We got Goose Mothers. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, there are 5. So, yeah, a pretty good, pretty filled out collection. Did get 4 of the Spellbook Vendors. Well, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Collection-wise. And let's take a look at the Mythics. Only one Virtue of Loyalty, which we had in a draft. 3 Virtues. Some of these I got when I bought the Mastery Pass as well. Oh, I do have 4 Turtles. That's cool. Kind of surprised I only got one of these things, because I've seen some other drafters, and same with Virtue of Strength. Like, those 2 cards usually went around a lot on the draft tables, because they weren't very good in Limited. Well, this one's pretty good, though, but it's 3 colors as well. I'm surprised I didn't see those, especially Virtue of Strength. I'm surprised I didn't see that more. But other than that, I got pretty good set of Mythics besides missing some of those, and I have, yeah, plenty of wild cards to utilize. What about the enchantment sheet? Where do I even find that? Mystical Archive, Retro Artifacts. Enchanting Tales, that's what it is. Let's just do... Because during the drafting, I did not apply... Well, we have almost a set of everything. Other than Spreading Seas, I'm going to go ahead and craft. I use the uncommon and common wild cards and craft sets of all the uncommons, at least. Not going to do that with rares or mythics. Now, drafting the set, I didn't care to pick these up unless they were good for the deck, or we just had nothing else in the pack to take for the draft deck. So these and the... I expect the mythic rares to look even worse for this, because I really did not pick a lot of these, other than, you know, Bitter Blossom. Oh, we had Necropotence in the deck once, and we had a couple of Grave Packs. It didn't work out because I ended up not having a good amount of creatures. But yeah, some of these I know we saw going around the draft table, and I just didn't pick them, because a lot of them are not really good for Limited. But, alright, that's cool. Well, I guess with that, I'm going to end things off here. I hope you guys enjoyed the pack opening, and I'll see you guys in the next set, which will be Adventures in Ixalan, Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I'm looking forward to drafting a new set again. I'm only drafting as much as I'm enjoying it now, so I feel like that kind of takes some of the pressure off. As far as trying to perform well for the channel and that. And I ended up performing pretty well, I think, given the draft record we had for this set and the other sets I've done recently. Anyways, for now, I'll take my leave.